I never grew up with Santa Claus. My dad thought that pretending to be Santa was the equivalent of lying to his children, and so one fateful cold December afternoon, my mother was persuaded to inform 4-year-old me that Santa wasn't real. I remember the incredible shock of the moment. My life was forever changed. When my mother was in elementary school, she experienced a similar life-changing revelation.
So in the 4th grade, in Mrs. Harper's class, we were lining up one day, and the bully girl, Tyann, was going down the line, like whispering something to everyone down the line. And when she got to me, she said, "There is no Santa Claus." And I remember saying, "What? How could that be?" And she said, "It's your mom and dad." And I thought, yeah, right. There was no way.
According to my dad's mentality, my grandmother had completely brainwashed her. But my grandmother was a staunch Santa supporter. She liked to keep the Christmas magic alive for her daughter and son.
We always gave our children like 1 or 2 presents from mom and dad, but the Santa ones were always special. All the Santa presents were open. They were set out because Santa would bring them and take them out of his pack, you know? I mean, everybody knows that, right?
Little did my grandmother know, her daughter was slowly coming out from under the influence of Santa Claus.
All leading up to Christmas, there had been wrapped gifts under the tree, and some of them said, "Love Mom and Dad." So I thought, yeah, that's not right. But it made me question and wonder, and then I started to question the whole, could Santa, all those stories, be real or not?
However, my grandmother was determined to thwart the seed of disbelief slowly growing in my mother's mind.
I had kind of a special place. It was right in front of them, our son and daughter. It was kind of like under their nose. We had an antique trunk that we used as a sort of coffee table, and it always had junk on it. And I put gifts in there, and she never looked there. I do believe she looked a lot of places, but she never found anything there.
Her guess was right. When my mother started suspecting that Santa wasn't who she thought he was, she started looking around for some proof.
I did try to do a little bit of snooping and looking when it got to be close to Christmas. Where could all these gifts be hiding? And then I thought I saw some areas where there could have been gifts hidden. And I thought, well, maybe. So I thought, well, maybe those are the Santa gifts. So maybe Santa isn't real. My parents are Santa. I thought Tyann was right. That's incredible.
My parents had drilled into me that even though I knew Santa didn't exist, I couldn't spoil it for the other kids my age. I had to pretend Santa was real for them. Apparently, Tyann's parents hadn't impressed the same idea upon their daughter. The damage was done.
Well, then, this one particular Christmas, I think it was the 5th grade. By then, I was really thinking, yeah, my parents are Santa. There is no Santa.
My grandparents knew they had to work a Christmas miracle.
So this one Christmas, because our TV was really in bad shape, I'd been saving some money so that we could get a new big, at that time it was big, it was like 37-inch, that was big, TV. We got this TV and I couldn't bring it inside anywhere, it wasn't going to fit in the trunk. So we took it down to a neighbor's house down the street and they hid it for us. And on Christmas Eve, we picked it up. It would have been bad to drop it. So we must have done it by car. And it weighed a ton. And getting it in and getting it set up quietly so that nobody woke up was the trick. But we managed to do it.
On this particularly magical Christmas, my mother had no idea what was waiting for her at the bottom of the stairs.
We came downstairs and there were the Santa gifts. And we're looking at them. And by the way, this was the Christmas that I got the Jack Wagner poster, which in my childhood was the best present of my life. But anyways, all of a sudden I looked over and there was a new TV. This thing was huge. And I remember it registering that it was a new TV. And I pointed and I think I screamed, "A new TV!" And then my brother looked over and he was like, "Ah!" We were so excited we had gotten a new TV.
My grandmother can still remember their reactions.
And yeah, they were surprised. They were shocked.
Despite the non-believers' best efforts, the magic of the new TV renewed my mom's faith.
And so then in my mind, I thought, well, Santa must be real, because I have no idea where they had hidden that, because I had looked. There was no way there was a big TV hidden anywhere in my house. Also, I thought there was no way my parents could have afforded a new TV. So from that point, I thought Santa just might really be real.
This was all to my grandmother's relief.
That must be when my daughter re-believed in Santa Claus, at least for that year anyway.
I think there's a piece of every child that wants to believe in Santa. I know I did. Discovering the truth about Santa is a reluctant step toward adulthood that I took at 4 years old. It was more fun to believe. I think my mom thought that too. And that's why a little bit of Christmas magic can go a long way.
So it was a really good Christmas.